Hello and welcome back to another business break here on East Texas Now. We're joined once again by Shannon Franzen and Coleman Fitzgerald from the Greater Tyler Association of Realtors. Guys, welcome back to the couch.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Okay, so once again, for those who haven't seen our previous business break segments, just talk a little bit about what GTAR is and what you guys do.
The Greater Tyler Association of Realtors is a member-led, member-driven organization for our local real estate community and our affiliate businesses as well.
Okay, so now we know that realtors help you buy a house, but they also help us be better home buyers. Can you talk about how that is?
Yeah, so we're here to help you every step of the way, whether it be from the finance, and obviously you got to find the properties as well, but there's a lot of intricacies that go into it. And so we're professionals, we do this every day, and that's what we're here to do, is represent you in the best way possible.
Fantastic. Yeah. And anyone can just find a for sale sign on the side of the road, right? Scroll through a real estate app, find a property, just to show how realtors make that process easier, and how do you guys make it more equitable?
First, a lot of those apps are not necessarily up to date or accurate. So what realtors can do, we have our multiple listing service, and that's where all the listings get entered. And we have rules and regulations on that to keep that information timely and accurate. So we could set you up on some searches where it comes straight from us and you get the best information.
Wow. I mean, anyone who's ever bought a house, I can tell you from personal experience, it can be tedious finding listing after listing that doesn't suit their needs or maybe their budget. So how do realtors take the guesswork out of the process?
That begins with your very first consultation. I mean, Shannon can attest to that. It can be remote, it can be over the phone, it can be in person, at office, whatever, but we literally sit down and try to ask you every question possible to find out every little thing that maybe you didn't even think you wanted in a home, but give us your needs, your desires, your wants, and we basically try to get as many of those as possible and kind of bring them down into a select group that'll make more appealing to you. And you'll actually learn going to see houses, so you'll see things, man, I didn't really realize I wanted a garage. I didn't really realize I wanted an open floor concept. Things like that. It's just communication all the way throughout. And we're not mind readers, so.
That makes sense. Try to kind of be able to tailor your wants and your needs. And the more you see, the more you know exactly what you're going to like. That's exactly what happened to me on my first home buying process. So I totally understand. Now, if you're anything like me, you may feel that home ownership may be just out of reach, especially in this day and age. So how can realtors help with making things more manageable?
Really, it's through education. We've talked about what we want, but there are so many people in the market who could be home buyers right now, and they are just either afraid to ask a question, don't know what questions to ask. For 20 years, I've been telling people, you do not have to have 20% down to buy a house. And I said it again this weekend, and I think yesterday in a consultation, no, you don't have to have 20% down to buy a house. So it's all about getting that information to people so they know that they're able to buy.
That makes total sense. I was under that preconception the first time that I was looking. I was looking to rent a home. I was pregnant with my first child. We were trying to start our family home, but thought that we needed 20% down. Reached out to a realtor who said that's not the case. And within 2 or 3 months, we had our dream home that we owned. And so, yeah, I definitely understand that realtors make all the difference. It is important to note that a listing price isn't always a firm number, but negotiating can also be really intimidating and to some people downright uncomfortable. So what can a first-time homebuyer learn from a realtor?
Sure. I mean, Shannon knows we're looking at numbers in houses literally daily. And so one of the things that we really like to do is a market analysis, a CMA, comparative market analysis. And so what we're trying to do is we look at anything that's close, comparable property, like I just said, that's close to the one that you're wanting to offer on. That way that we can say, look, X, Y, and Z are very, very comparable. Here's that range that we probably need to be within in order to get you a good, strong offer first. And obviously, we try to tailor it to your needs, like you said earlier, but that's the way we find the range of CMA.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it sounds like a semi-easy and smooth process as long as you have the help of your friendly neighborhood realtor. So let's say, we've found our house, right? We found the perfect house. We agree on the perfect price. That's when it can get a bit complicated with all the contracts and legalese, as I like to call it. So how do you help with making sure that there aren't maybe any disputes, complications, any details that maybe the homeowner hasn't thought of?
Yeah. The first part, we have tons of forms and contract paperwork provided by Texas Realtors. And it's a form for almost everything. I say almost everything. And first off, making sure you have all that paperwork in place. And then if something does arise, we have our brokers, we have Texas Realtors, we have title companies and other affiliates that help us get those things worked out.
Oh, that makes sense. So it really just sounds like realtors, more than anything else, are there to offer support, not only to the buyers, but also to the sellers and the whole community as a whole. Would that be accurate?
Absolutely. Real estate is a massive part of the community. I mean, whether you realize it or not, I mean, it's what we do. It has a lot to do with the economy here. I mean, buying and selling of commercial, residential, whatever, has a huge impact. And like Shannon and I like to always joke by saying, it's her word. She loves to use the term generational wealth. And it's legitimate. It's applicable here. And I mean, your investment today could be something that you're 2 generations down are benefiting from. So,
and I don't know anybody that is starting a family that doesn't want some kind of generational wealth, specifically when it comes to securing a home for generations to come.
Absolutely.
Well, Shannon, Coleman, as always, thank you both again so much for your time. We'll be right back after this.